my name is Sean, and I'm going to show you guys today how to do CPR. It has come to my attention that 75% of all cardiac arrests actually happen in people's own homes, which brings to the point on why it is even more important that people should know how to do CPR. I have been trained by the American Red Cross and therefore am considered a professional rescuer, and I've been working at Salt City Splash as a lifeguard, and this will be my second year. I'm going to be talking you through the 3 points of CPR. First one is assessing the situation, and then the next two are helping the victim whenever they have a pulse but no breathing, and no pulse and no breathing. So let's start with assessing the situation. Not every person is conveniently laying here in a safe location. So whenever you're coming up to a victim and someone seems passed out, always check the location to see if there isn't any downed wires or chemicals in the area that may have led to the reason on why he's down. Remember, if you're comatose, you can't help the guy that's out either. So once you've assessed that the area is okay, as you're coming down to see if he's conscious, check and see if there's any severe bleeding or heavy sweating or anything else that may indicate on why he is unconscious. Tap his shoulder and then say your name, I'm here to help, and if they do not respond, then you are given implied consent to help the person out. Now, that we've decided that the entire situation is secure, he is unconscious, we must do what they call as look, listen, feel. You look for the chest rising, you feel for the, listen for the breath hitting your ear, and then you feel for a pulse and the carotid artery. So you do this for about 10 seconds, and I'm not going to do that for time's sake. So let's just say, for instance, I saw him with, or I found him with no pulse and no breathing. So I'm just going to start immediately with that. So because he is at no pulse and no breathing, we're going to go immediately into chest compressions. Now for an adult, and if you're alone and you find someone, it is always going to be 30 to 2. If you happen to be with someone and it's a child or baby, then it's 15 to 2. But because I'm alone and he is an adult, we're going to do 30 to 2. And you're going to need to apply pressure and put in for about 2 inches, and you need to fold your hands like so. And make sure that your body doesn't rock and is completely stiff as you're doing this, and you're just putting all your pressure in that point of your palm. Once you've done your compressions of 30, you check and give him his 2 breaths for that. Now you tilt the head back, open up the airway, and then secure your mask if you have one. If not, mouth to mouth, old-fashioned. Give him 2 breaths, about 1 second. And then if that doesn't go, if he still isn't helping or not better at that point, then continue proceeding through the procedure until help arrives. Now, moving on to someone who has no breathing but no pulse. It's kind of hard to have no pulse but breathing. So, in this case, it's usually a person that's choking on something. So you immediately give the 2 breaths, and if those don't go in, you reopen the airway like so. And if they still don't go in, you give 30 chest compressions to dislodge the object from the esophagus. Once you've given those 30 compressions, you check the mouth. If there's anything there, you swab it out with your little finger. And then you give 2 breaths. If they go in, because this situation has changed, you look, listen, feel again for another 10 seconds. If still nothing, then you continue as you were before and do this until help arrives. Few added notes on top of this before we wrap it up. There are some special cases. Special cases may be if they have a spinal injury, there's a jaw thrust maneuver, which you open the jaw forward without moving the spine at all. And always remember that you should call 911 before you do this, so that way you have wheels on the ground. Now that everyone here has been taught CPR. I hope you never have to use it, but it is an invaluable skill if you do. Thank you.